Good morning, White Oak Middle School, on this rainy Friday. It's the last day of March. It's March 31st. A little bit backed up out there today, so sorry on the delay for the announcements. A lot of rain, and we had 3 buses canceled today. 546, and a late addition was bus number 80. And so we do apologize for that delay. Drama Club is meeting today after school. From 2:30 to 3:30, so make sure you make your way to the Drama Club meeting if you are involved with that club. We just finished up week 2 of the 4th quarter, so we have our second group of Warriors of the week today. In case you didn't hear, elective teachers are choosing 2 students from each grade every week for being excellent examples of the 3 R's at WAM. So we know that there are so many great things going on at White Oak, and we want to recognize more of that. So if chosen, you will get a gift certificate and the 25 bonus live school points. So that's awesome. And you will get your certificate hung up in the hallway. And so this week we want to send a great big warrior wahoo to our Warriors of the Week for 6th grade, Peyton Harry and Nishma Rise, 7th grade, Larissa Nelson and Evelyn Stein. In 8th grade, Emily Sock and Colette Nagusen. Congratulations to those students. Students today, again, make sure that we are doing everything we need to do in the hallways, getting to where we need to be, that we have a pass, that we're not lingering in the bathroom or just hanging out in the bathroom. We need to, if we got to head there, go take care of business and get back to class. Also, before I forget, a couple reminders about next week. The 4th and the 5th, we have some ELA testing going on. All right, that's some important stuff. All right, that is your chance to show the world what you know about language arts. All right, so make sure that you come prepared on the 4th and the 5th. If you are testing, bring your Chromebooks ready to go, charged. All right, all of our state testing happens on our Chromebooks. And so we really need you to be responsible and have your Chromebooks ready to go, have them charged. All right, it's our expectation that you bring those to test. We have some loaners. We know that sometimes accidents happen, but we don't have enough for everybody. Okay, so we really rely on you doing your part with that. So please be prepared and ready for testing. Also, to be prepared and ready for testing, get a good night's rest, all right? Make sure you sleep the night before. Get up, get some breakfast, or make sure that you get breakfast in the morning when you're here at school, just so that way you're not, in the middle of the test and worrying about your belly rumbling, okay? Outside of that, speaking of eating, the cafeteria, all right? I love the cafeteria. It's the highlight of my day to get to see kids. Take a break, etc. But all my friends, can we not scream so loud? All right, it's when you're sitting next to your friends, that's your time to talk and catch up on the news of the day. But remember, you're talking to someone who's right beside you. We don't have to be screaming, yelling at the top of our lungs to have that conversation with our friends right next to us. So. Be mindful of your volume in the cafeteria. So that way, just in case if we need to be able to say something to anybody that everybody can hear. Outside of that, again, no cell phones, no hats, hoods, sunglasses, during the day, cell phones, all those, keep those put away. And we should have a wonderful Friday for the last day of March. Get ready for April. Outside of that, just make sure that we are WAMs ready, respectful, responsible, ready to learn. And I'm going to turn things over to our counselors. Camera crew.
Camera crew.
Engaged.
Ah,
There they are.
great job, camera crew.
Nice work.
Do it again.
Good morning.
It's the last day of March. I know Mr.
Wow.
Zimmerly just said that, but I mean, what?
That's crazy.
How did that happen?
Went by like a blink of an eye.
So is it right? We have 7 weeks of school and today. 7 weeks in today? Isn't it 6 after spring break?
Somewhere around there.
That
5 or
is-
6 after spring break.
Yeah, that is not a
I'll
lot
look
of
at
time, friends. Wow, this year has really flown by. 8th grade, you've got to finish the year strong, right? You need to make it to high school. We need you to make it to high school. 6th and 7th grade, remember, if you want to play sports here, well, and 8th grade too for Coleraine, this quarter counts. You have to get the grades this quarter to be eligible to play next year. Just a friendly reminder, throwing it out there as we end March right now,
Yeah.
which blows my mind.
And you're right, 6 weeks after spring break.
So that puts me in a little bit of a yellow zone. There's not a lot of time left.
I know. Not a lot of time and a lot to do.
Yeah, yeah. What zone are you in?
Yeah, I'd say I'm a little yellow.
Yeah.
Definitely a little yellow, but I kind of enjoyed saying hi to everybody this morning, so
Yeah.
that felt green.
Yeah, that does make me feel green too. There's different things about our job that I really enjoy, and that's one of them, greeting the kids in the morning and starting their day.
Yeah. How
Um,
about you?
yellow, for sure. I feel like we live a lot in yellow,
Yeah,
but I feel like we work well there.
definitely.
I
Being
wish-
a little,
yeah.
little on edge.
Yeah, it gives me a sense of urgency.
Yeah.
I don't want to be too calm, because
Right.
then
I
I'm
don't
like,
wanna do anything.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's no urgency. What zone are you guys in? And what do you need to do to be productive today and get through the day and make it a good one,
And
right?
it's the weekend.
Then it is the weekend.
Woo.
All right, so we've been talking about the size of your problem matching the size of your reaction. And sometimes that doesn't happen, but we need to work on that. We're all works in progress. Does your size of your reaction always match the size of your problem?
No, definitely not. Sometimes my reaction is much bigger than the actual problem. Like if a third party looked at, if
Uh-huh.
someone not involved in the situation looked at what my reaction was, it wouldn't make sense to them.
Right. And sometimes, even in the moment, I know it doesn't make sense to me, and I just can't stop myself. So we're all works in progress. We're
Yeah.
not perfect. Nobody is. So it's a friendly reminder for all of us. But what are things that you can have control of, and what are things you don't have control of in situations where you are going to have a reaction? So the things that you cannot control are what other people are doing, right?
Can't control what other people are doing, what zone they're in, what they're gonna say, because you're not in their head, you're only in your own. So you can only
Right.
control what's in your head and then what you
Yep.
act on.
So you can't control what they do, what they say, how they treat other people. You can't control the ideas in their head. You really can't. As much as we want to believe we can change people's ideas, we can't always. So what can we control?
We can control what we say, what we do, learning from mistakes.
Yep.
The way that you look at situations, if you want to look at something positively or negatively,
Mhm.
as much as emotions just are what they are, you just feel them. That doesn't mean that you have to act on them or think certain things just because you
Right.
feel a certain way. You can still make a decision that's still in your control despite how you feel.
Right. And where our power lies is in our own reactions. That's where your power is. And I know the gut reaction is to pop off and scream and cuss and do whatever you're going to do. But that's not going to get you what you want. It's going to get you in trouble. It's going to escalate the situation. And you're not going to have the end result you want. So sometimes doing nothing is you winning.
Yes, and it makes me think of art group. If you're an art group, you're a pro at this, but you're giving your power away when your reaction doesn't match the situation, because
Yep.
then you're getting yourself in trouble. You're giving that other person that satisfaction that they got you to that point.
Yeah.
So you can take your power back by making the right decision, deciding to control yourself. And what are some ways we know that we're about to have a mismatch in reaction? Like, aren't there things we feel?
Yeah. For me, physically, what we feel physically, for me, my heart starts racing. I get hot. My face gets a little red. Those are my immediate telltale signs that I'm going to have some sort of reaction, or I'm getting escalated. My heart's racing. Other things are, you could tighten up your body. Your muscles start tightening.
I get overheated.
Yep, getting really hot. You could start pacing. You've got nervous energy.
Because sometimes our brain doesn't catch up to what our body's feeling, and that's
Yeah.
when we get in trouble. So if you can recognize those signs, like,
Yep.
uh-oh, I'm getting angry, it gives your brain a second to
Yep.
make a good decision.
And can you control what you can control? That's where your power is. You can't control what others are doing. You just control how you react to it.
And what's a way that we can pause ourselves to make a better decision?
My go-to is deep breaths. I close my eyes and take a really obnoxious, over-exaggerated deep breath to calm myself down. And it's funny, my own kids at home call me out on this. Oh, mom's mad, she's breathing. Because I get really exaggerated. And it's to cleanse myself really quickly so I can have it, my next thought can be a little more rational.
Yeah.
That's my go-to. What's yours?
I like to do deep breathing. Another one that we can do is counting backwards.
Yeah.
So starting with like the number 30 and counting back by threes, because I'm not particularly great in the math department. So for me, that takes me a minute. 30, 27, 24.
So now all you can think about is math.
Yeah.
And you're not thinking about what has you escalated at the
Yeah.
moment, and you've distracted your head.
Yes, the
Yeah.
rush of feelings goes away by the time
Yeah.
I'm done counting, and then I can actually make a clear decision.
Another thing you can do is just picture yourself in a more calm environment, wherever is peace for you. For me, it's at the beach. This is so specific, with a book opened. There are people around me, but not my own children screaming mom. Birds chirping. I can hear kids, but they're definitely not saying mom. And I am right where the water comes up and my toes are getting wet.
Yes.
That's where I am.
That's a
peace.
great visual.
I'm there right now.
I love that.
Where's yours?
I think it kind of depends on the day, but
Yeah.
I really like driving,
Ah.
and that's a calm place for me. So
Mhm.
sometimes I'll just think like, I'll even just think of the future, like, okay, in a few hours I'll just go for a little drive,
Yeah.
and everything will be just fine.
Okay, highway driving or backroads country
Um,
driving?
Anything but like more roads, back roads.
Yeah.
That's more calm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Me too. Yep. All right. Well, what do you need to do to get to green? Control yourself today. Happy Friday and have a great weekend.
Bye.
See ya.